Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Deb. I live in Perth, Western Australia. I know that there's a few of us from Australia doing YouTubes, but I'm not sure there's any from Perth. But anyway, hello from Perth. I've been meaning to do this channel for literally years and just haven't gotten around to it. I mean, life, right? So, oh, look, this is annoying. Anyway, so yeah, a little bit about me. I've been sewing now on and off since probably puberty, and the elusive get the pattern to fit has been part of the challenge of the whole experience. I don't know, I've got three kids, and when they were young, I did a lot of sewing for them. Some of it was for so that we could manage financially, and some of it was out of interest and out of some creative experience. It was mainly around stretch, so I'm fairly experienced with stretch fabrics, and it seems to be a go-to place when I'm a bit stuck. But like I said at the start, a bit of a challenge to try and get a pattern that's going to fit correctly. So I'm wearing it's not a me-made pattern, it's a me-made dress, and I've made it out of a old sheet. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's a 50s style sheet, and so consequently I made the headband because I had extra fabric. And look, it's got a bit big, so I lost a bit of weight, but it's pretty hot here in Perth, and or can be in summer, and it has been a little bit hot this year. It hasn't been an extremely hot summer so far, but we've still got our hottest month, February, and 3/4 of March. Usually it starts to turn early April. So Perth has got a bit of a history of being a hot place. We do get really cold in winter too, so not a lot of call for coats, but there are times when a coat is really needed. So it does get cold, but not cold as in snowing. I mean, you people that get snow, yeah, I'm jealous and I'm a bit sorry for you. So a bit of both. Anyway, so you may hear my Aussie accent. I know that I can be pretty hard to understand sometimes for people not from Australia or even from Western Australia. So the eastern states, it's known as, the people that live in the east are called from the eastern states in Australia. Us Westerners call it that on the west coast, call them that, and I know that they say out west for us. So it's interesting the different terminology that we all have around our country, isn't it? And so yeah, you'll find that I say things that you might go, oh, actually, I don't even know what that means, and a fair bit of Aussie slang. So I'm a bit of a country person. I now live in the city, in the metropolitan area of Perth, but I've spent, I don't know, probably 3/4 of my life in the country WA. I've always lived in WA. I love the state, born and bred. So yeah, it's a great place to live. I do talk fast. My apologies for those people that like to have things going slowly. I'm a quick thinker, and I often talk too fast for even my own thinking. So yeah, what's that about? Yeah, look, I'm all about having fun and sticking with the creative side of sewing. I think I get a bit stuck and a bit bored easy with some of the processes, and historically I've tried to quickly get the garment made so that I can see what it's like, see if it fits. Oh, it's exciting, it's going to be great. And then I rush historically, and often it gets thrown in the corner and looked at again because it didn't fit, or there was something that wasn't taken carefully enough. And anyway, so These days I take my time and I really enjoy the creative process, the process of sewing, the cutting out, the taking time to really enjoy every step. Some steps I really don't enjoy still. There's my challenge, or one of them. There's a lot. So there's a lot to be said for taking your time and really enjoying your hobby. And whilst it's useful and beneficial to have sewing, this is my opinion, as a hobby, I still think that it's an opportunity to support the environment that we're trying to save a bit. We're trying to ensure that we recycle as much as we can and try and make our own individual difference. So some of that is what I'm doing. So yeah, as I said, this was an old sheet, and I've been quite forward in using old sheets for my projects. What have I got coming up? Well, I'm still in the process of figuring out exactly what this channel will look like in regards to how often, what I might bring to share, and sorry for the movement, and all those types of things. So at some point I will show you my sewing room. Look, it moves from being like a tip, we call it, so really messy, lots of rubbish, like stuff everywhere, to really neat and tidy and all schmick, or lovely and clean. So at the moment it's somewhere in between, and that's why I keep moving the camera, because I'm not really keen for you to see my mess. So yeah, please bear with me, and yeah, just this is me. I do say a lot of ums when I'm thinking, and I guess we all do when we're being, sort of a little bit natural. I don't want to sit and read something. I would rather just chat, and I really want to get to know some of you. I've been following a lot of the sewing community for a long, long time, and I feel like I know a lot of you, and so much so that I actually met someone who has a YouTube channel a few months ago, someone that's got a store here in WA, in Western Australia, WA. And I said to her, I feel like I know you. It's because I watch you on YouTube. Like, hi, I felt like I wanted to say what I did last week, and, this morning what happened to me personally. So I think it's a fabulous medium, and I think we all can really continue to grow as a community. The other thing I'm really excited about is the younger people, the younger generation are taking up sewing and becoming sewists. That's, for me, a pretty new term. Back in the day, we used to call it dressmaking, and I did a little bit of sewing classes at school, just for 1 year, I think. Maybe it was 2. I didn't get on with the teacher. Frankly, I didn't like a lot of the teachers. It's not that I didn't like them, I just didn't like the structure too much. I wanted to be fancy free and mucking about and cracking some jokes, and teachers were trying to, get on with their teaching, and I really get that I was probably a challenge. Anyway, the sewing class I did enjoy, and I really appreciated, not at the time, but I appreciate now the instruction that I was given. I've even got the book I had from then, and so I've looked back at that and my own little notes and everything, and yeah, it's interesting how you think when you're 14 or 15. Anyway, so I really learnt a lot. I learnt how to thread a machine, how to work with the machine, how to line up your seams evenly, some very basic stuff which has really stood the test of time for me. So that's been something that keeps coming back to me. Some of those basic lessons, how to fill up a bobbin, some of those things. Look, the machines change. and you know, you don't know whether the bobbin might drop in the top or go into the side. The principle's the same. So that's great. I will talk to you one day about my sewing machines and my potential. I'm thinking about buying a new machine, so please make a comment. I'm really interested in hearing. Australian dollars, around $1,500 I'm thinking of spending. So yeah, any suggestions, please stick a comment. I mean, I would like to know. Currently I've got an Elna. She's about 10 years old and a great machine, but getting a little bit clunky, and you know what? I think it's time to get a new one. It's a little bit like the car that we have. Probably nothing wrong with it, but the things start to sort of go a bit slow or not work so well. So there's that. Plus, they bring out new models, and it's a little bit enticing, isn't it? So we'll see. With the changes in economic times, not sure it will happen, but at this stage I'm looking at my options. So please make any suggestions. I want to invite you to like and subscribe, and I shall hopefully see you really soon. I'm going to talk about knitting separately. Sorry about that. Okay, see you soon. Bye.